Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. This is Crazy Kitsune Gaming with the third episode of The First Descendant. I should probably just call it episode 3. Then it would stop sounding weird. But, yes, we are back. We're in Kingston, and last episode we actually got some interesting weapons, and there's a little bit of a bag space clear that I should probably talk about. We even got a new reactor, an external component, our first one. Yeah, lots to talk about before we get into the missions for the day. So we got some new weapons, and there is a little bit of a thing going on here. So we have a level 2 Nightmare Hound, a level 2 Ominous Hound, a level 2 Red Eye. We have another level 2 Red Eye, and we also have our old level 1 Nightmare Hounds, our level 1 Gangster, and even a level 1 Red Eye. Well, here's the thing. We realistically don't need those now, because they don't count. We don't really need them to get our proficiency up. There's really no needs to have the lower level versions of whatever weapons you have. So these level 1s down here, because, yeah, even the Gangster. We have a level 3 Gangster if we ever wanted to use it. If we could just ever get high power rounds in any form. Well, we don't really need them. So you can actually break down items to get resources that you can use to unlock other characters or make better weapons, or even make adjustments and modifications to your current weapons. So, in order to actually do this, you see, we have a few things we can do down on the bottom of the screen. We have the weird comparison tooltip, which, yeah, leave that on. It's basically just showing the DPS difference between what you have selected and what you're looking at. But we also have designate all as junk and remove all as junk. So what we can do, and actually on the tooltip on the weapon itself, is we can actually register to select it as junk with the right trigger, I believe? Yes. And so now it has a little trash can over it. So now what we can do is if we hold right trigger, we will dismantle the junk. So we hold it, and now we have dismantled one item designated as junk. We got a liquid metal. A liquefied metal can be used with super alloys to be refined into various shapes. Cool. And we also got super alloys, so that's just perfect timing. So, yeah. That is how we can clear some backspace, especially since we have higher level versions of all the weapons. We can go ahead, make that junk, make that one junk. Yeah, you can do this with multiple items at once, and dismantle all of them. So that time we dismantled 2 items, so we got 2 liquid metals and 4 super alloys. So that is a way that you can clear your bags a little bit. Now, we did get some new weapons. We do have that higher level Gangster. And did we get a higher level Ominous Hound? Yes, we did. Let's go ahead and switch those out right away. All right then. Now, that's a Nightmare Hound. That's a level 2 Nightmare Hound, so these two aren't... Yeah, they're the exact same. Now, we did get some straight-up new weapons. A Albinism. So this is a interesting weapon type. It's a submachine gun. It's level 4. And it uses general rounds. So, that's my main checklist right there. I mean, honestly, as long as it doesn't use the purple special rounds, why must I always forget the name of it? So I see what they're trying to do here, kind of. It has a firearm attack of 98. It only has 26 rounds per magazine and a fire rate of 750. The average fire rate in the game seems to be, for most rapid fire type weapons, ones where each bullet doesn't do much damage, but you send out a lot of them. You know, that type of weapon. They seem to keep the fire rate at around 500 to 400, maybe 600, if it's a generous weapon like the Cygnus. Still want to get one of those. I'm not going to stop talking about it till I get one. So, that is a very high fire rate, but you don't have the rounds per magazine to support it. But I see what you're trying to do here, because there's pretty much always cover available for you. There are very few types of situations where you don't have some form of cover at your disposal. So the concept of this weapon is pop your head out, unload the clip really fast to get that, you know, whatever number of damage that this thing has in its clip, and then just go back behind cover and reload. Yeah, one thing I don't think they show is the reload time. And I'm not entirely sure that's not because all weapons have the same reload time. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll test that right now. But yeah, this red eye tactical rifle, very interesting. Not quite attached to it, but this albinism. Let's try it. Alright. It looks tiny. Oh, it looks precious in a way. Let's see real quick what's actually saying. So 26 rounds. How quick are we getting this clip out? I mean, that is not disappointing, and the reload was quick as well. Oh no, but you have a terrible reticle. Oh no, the bullets are straight though. And wow, they let you run fast with this thing. Yeah, fun fact, different weapons have different movement speeds. So if we just switch back to our normal weapon, then okay, well, let's try this one. The other one there. So yeah, that one does reduce the movement speed slightly. But as you can see, we start picking up speed with the assault rifle. With the submachine gun is saying, it's a bit of an in-between, isn't it? But it feels very fast for what it is. Yeah. Okay. We'll try it out a little while, the albinism. Oh, I think he just petted the... Oh, he's petting it. I think. I'm not sure. But I'm gonna ask for ammo from it. Thank you very much. Okay. You know what, albinism? I hear ya. I'll try you out a little bit. But, oh dear, yeah, we really need to talk about the modules. Oh, yeah, because we've unlocked quite a few of them very early on. But let's look at the reactor. So, oh no, we didn't get anything that amazing. So this is a burning mechanics reactor. And this works for all of the abilities that lepic has. It means that it gives a very potent boost. These reactors are higher level, but let's see what they actually are. So, yeah, toxic phase reactor. It looks really good, and it does indeed give some great bonuses, but it is toxic power boost. Yeah, toxic and dimension skill power for this one. This is a toxic mixture reactor, so it has fusion skill power boost, and so you can see a bit of a problem. So... yeah, now the thing is, we're still not that high enough of a level where our abilities are doing incredible damage. So, maybe not having all of them matched up isn't too harmful right now, but later on, you'll want to keep going with just higher level special variants of what they give you. So if we find a higher level burning mechanics reactor, we really want that. Because as you can see, it gives boost ratio modifiers to all of your abilities. But this one still covers one of the bases. Ideally you want two, but it's such an increase in skill power, and of course your sub-attack power being your melee hit. So yeah, let's go ahead and put that on then. Okay then. Now we also got external components. So, max hit points and max shields. So yeah, these things, a lot of these things are just going to be stat increasers of different areas. So this is a choice between max shields and max hit points. So here's the thing. That's 12 more hit points. That sounds amazing. But remember, your shields are the ones that regenerate. And right now I think our shields are quite low. I'm going to put it on because your health, you need the little health cubes. And as I'm sure you saw, you are not always given health cubes. So I find that the shields are just a lot more versatile. Because all it takes to get a lot of value out of your shields is a little bit of cover. Just a little bit of cover, just getting not shot for a little while, and all those shields will start coming back. You don't get that with hit points. So I'm actually going to use the Shield Enhancement Auxiliary Power Standard, Max Shield +3. That is so much text. And we still need to talk about modules. I'm terrified. So we actually have two types of modules. So we have the modules for the specific weapons, but also most importantly, Descendant modules. So let's head into this menu and, oh yeah, just witness the confusion. You can improve the performance of Descendants or weapons with modules. Displays the modules you own. So down here in this list, these are all the modules that we have unlocked and can use. Module equipping. Place a module on the slot to equip. So that is everything up here. This section is what you actually have on your character. Capacity and max capacity. Modules can be equipped up to capacity. If the level of a Descendant or weapon increases, an energy activator is used, the max capacity is increased. So right now we have a module capacity of 28. We don't have anything that increases the max capacity right now. So, equip recommended module. If you're having difficulty deciding on which modules to equip, try using the equip recommended module function. So this is the stupid button for when you just give up. Okay then. So, the modules we have available. So there it will actually show you the capacity cost, and also the module socket type for cerulean. I'm not actually sure what those mean yet. And also the module class, this one of course being for the Descendant. So we actually have 3 of them. Maximize efficiency. So skill cost goes down by 4%, but it also cuts down your max MP. It's only a capacity cost of 5. I see. So yeah, a lot of these purple ones will actually bring a negative along with a benefit. But the blue ones are basically always going to be a benefit. So increased max HP. And also we have Technician, so that's a skill power modifier. I don't like hit points, but here's the thing. Right now we don't have a lot of options. Some would even say it's just a better thing to equip all of them right now. But I am going to go with max HP. I'm not a big believer of hit points, but you know what? Let's go ahead, stick it in there, and so that's used up some of the module capacity. Now, a thing to watch out for, with the weapon modules in particular, and I may have to dedicate a video, or at least another video, to explaining more about it, is if you upgrade modules on the weapons, then if you have that same module on the other weapons, it will increase the level of the module across all the weapons. So you can actually increase the module of the level of modules back in Albion through one of the NPCs, but that will make the modules more powerful. You see all these blip things on the side, those will fill up as you level them up. But the capacity cost of said module will also increase. This can be very irritating on weapons. So, when you're actually upgrading modules on weapons, you will need multiple copies of the module. So keep that in mind. It's very confusing, and it doesn't make any more sense when you're actually looking at it. So let's also equip Technician, just because we don't have anything else helpful right now, and, you know, ability power is always going to be kind of good. And so you go down on left stick to save it. And so now we have that extra hit points and skill power modifier. And I actually got an achievement. Okay then. But maximize efficiency, I'm gonna leave it there for now. Just because I'm not actually sure if that's a good idea with this character. Maybe it is, but I'm not quite sure. Now then. For the weapon modules. Oh boy, the weapon modules. So we don't have a lot of them. So a lot of the different modules you get are specific to the type of weapon. So this is an assault rifle. So we have the rifling reinforcement, firearm attack, always good, and also fire enhancement. So that will add a bit of fire damage equal to 8% of your base firearms attack. So keep in mind, these two will benefit each other. These attack modifiers, this will actually increase the damage of that one as well, because it scales with whatever the normal attack of the weapon is, counting something like rifling reinforcement. So you can actually get some stupid, gnarly amounts of damage if you combine these elemental ones. Problem is, doing both of them efficiently, because of the amount of capacity it can take up on a weapon, is quite expensive. So then, now this one is a scout rifle. So you have completely different modules. Wow. Superheated gun barrel? What is that? Firearm attack? Wow. 28% more, but it massively cuts down on your fire rate. It's only like 6%, not massively. Wow, that's one I may put on despite having a negative. We have a rifling reinforcement for this one, and also better insight. So it increases the firearm critical hit rate. So yeah, keep in mind, the way a lot of games will do it is you only get a critical hit for doing a headshot. Here, you actually have a base chance of hitting a critical hit anytime you hit the enemy, as long as you have something that is increasing that critical hit rate. So, yeah. This is very fascinating, the superheated gun barrel. I almost want to put that one on straight away. And I don't think it costs anything to pull the modules out of weapons. So if we get another scout rifle that works better than the Nightmare Hound, which I think is quite likely, then yeah, that'll be great for it. Thing is, I kind of like the high fire rate of the Nightmare Hound. I know it's not meant to be the selling point, but it's a scout rifle, so it's basically a sniper rifle with easier to find ammo and a bit of a higher fire rate. One of the selling points to me being the higher fire rate. So you're a submachine gun. So you have, okay, just like the normal assault rifle, you have the rifling reinforcement and fire enhancement. So I'm not quite sure if it counts for just the type of weapon, you know, submachine guns and assault rifles having their own sets of the modules, or if it's based off the ammo type. I'm not too sure. So do I want to put anything in any of them right now? Right now I think I'm just gonna leave it until I have more options. That's my official decision on the debacle. So then, let's actually get into the game proper now. So, where we need to go is all the way over here, to the Fallen Theater. That is the next section of this region. And oh boy, there's quite a bit to deal with in it. Okay then. Why did I jump down here? I did it because I thought it looked cool, I guess. How did I lose health? Oh, because I put the increased hit points module on. Which means I'm now missing a little bit of the health. Hey there, thank you for the healing bot. Oh, I think he's singing a little bit. What an interesting support droid. By the way, the support droids do have a cooldown on them, so you can't just keep spamming them rapidly. There are actually a few sections of the game where the cooldown is a little bit devastating to have to wait through. So then, on our way to Fallen Theater, can I get, like, maybe some enemies? Because I kind of just want to walk through the door normally, but I want to see how effective is this albinism thing. Because I know enemies spawn out here. They were popping up last episode. Thank you for the Monet shards. Yeah, I'm not quite sure we have any enemies around. And by the way, you can go back and replay the missions. I'm gonna try to avoid doing that too much of that with this account, you know? Because I want the playthrough to feel a bit, I don't know, genuine. But I would recommend doing it. There are some missions in particular where they can give you quite a decent chunk of XP, and believe me, you usually want to be over-leveled. Like, above the level of the enemies that you're fighting. Because, like I said, it definitely balances the games. The game is balanced for having multiple players, but they let you play it solo, which I adore. There are not enough games that really let you do that these days, if you know what I mean. Like, I feel like there are plenty of multiplayer games out there that would be completely fine as a single-player game, and in some cases would probably be more fun. Especially if they were designed to be kind of single-player games. There are some out there that are very much like that. And I'd say this would almost be one, but it is designed to be fun just by yourself. And so far I think that's probably the more fun way to play because the missions are actually a bit of a challenge. Because if you just leave it being public, then, like I said, you can just sit back and let all the other players do everything for you. You can even have, like, entire boss fights where you could just sit there and watch everybody else do all the work, and you'll still get credit for completing the mission. And I think that's utter bollocks, in my opinion. Because it starts to not feel like you earned it when you go into the public version of it. And I don't quite like that. This is probably a stupid conversation. I'm just passing the time during the load screen. I'll probably see you when it's done. Okay, we are finally here. It took a hot minute. First, I was, talking about all the modules and things. And then, it was an even longer wait for me, because I had to go through the load screen multiple times. But oh my god, we're finally here. The grass really is greener on the other side of the load screen. Okay, so we need to talk to Bunny. A descendant notorious for being the troublemaker of Albion. Due to her unique RK ability to generate electricity through her physical movements, she is also considered to be a walking power generator. There is rumor that she's the fastest runner in all of Albion. Okay then. Suspicion.
This doesn't feel good. It seems like Alpha doesn't trust the guide at all. The RK from the guide felt familiar. That makes me think she's on our side. Oh, what if Alpha can't link to the guide because of RK? He doesn't use his RK abilities much these days. Who knows? Let's focus on the operation for now. I'll go scout every nook and cranny in Kingston. And I'll look for that annoying enemy commander as well. I'll leave the Vulgus siege to you. They're starting to spread out like they own the place. Alright, catch you later. Don't push yourself too hard.
Alright then, off she goes. Wait, was she using the same gun as I just got? I swear she was using an Albinism, which is a gun I just picked up. Okay then, so attack captured bases. So we have actually 2 different objectives for that. We can also obtain bunny suit basic materials. So yes, this is actually a little mission that will have us go through a lot of the area to actually unlock Bunny as a playable character. So she's basically the first one you're meant to unlock. But for now, we shall deal with a Vulgus occupied building. Actually, buildings. Plural, just so you know. Okay then. Ooh, wait. No, I wanna... No, they disappeared! Okay, so enemies can just despawn out of thin air. They come out of thin air, and they leave into thin air. So we are actually just fighting compressed oxygen. That's all the Vulgus are. Okay then. Well, let's get into this mission. We'll see how the Albinism does mid-battle, I suppose.
The invading Vulcan forces are establishing positions. We need to clear out the building before they really dig in.
Okay, how accurate is this thing? Ooh, actually in the middle of a fight, the recoil is a slight issue. Oh, the bullets are so tiny. Oh, this is gonna be a very long-range situation, isn't it?
Be careful.
Oh, the clip is so small.
I've been informed that the Vulgus transmission system is
Okay, new things.
This means there must be an enemy command center somewhere in Kingston.
Okay then, so we're gonna have to head inside the building. Okay, this albinism thing is not quite working out, is it? Okay, munitions. What are you saying? Lots of reptum. Okay. Hey there. Oh, okay. Somehow I got more Ominous Hound proficiency, despite me not using it right now. I should have reloaded. Oh, the clip is gonna be such an issue with this thing. Because it has an even higher fire rate than the Cygnus gun that I keep seeing about that I really want to get. So it has a higher fire rate than that, but a quarter of its clip. You see why this is sort of messing me up just a wee bit? Over there, please. Thank you. Okay. Get rid of all that nonsense. Ooh, and it is nonsense up here, isn't it? Okay. Ah, I missed another subcap. Maybe I should just stick to shooting them for now. Never been much of a melee person in my shooter games, if you know what I mean. Speaking of melee, let's use something with actual range. Because that albinism thing was just not getting us much of anywhere, was it? Ooh, and since this is a higher level albinism, we're getting good damage. Ooh, good damage. Why, my balcony. Ooh, a new level reached. And I actually hit a successful sub-attack. Okay then, so now we'll be heading outside. Alright, so this is gonna be another situation where big elite enemy, got a lot of health from the normal enemies of his type, and if we kill him, the mission will abruptly end without having to deal with the other enemies. So that is a follower shield bearer, and for some reason not an elite version. I really thought it was. But essentially these shield bearers have these, well, shields. Now they don't have a lot of damage, but the shields will absorb a lot of hit points. And when you actually do a certain amount of damage to the shield, then it will actually knock out the shield bearer. And he will be, yeah, as you can see, stunned for a little while. Which means you can get around the shield, because even when the shield isn't white and glowing, the shield will still defend them. So as you can see, yeah, even though the shield is sort of out of energy, it still blocks the damage. but it keeps the one holding the shield stunned. Now, the good thing about shield bearers is they don't have a whole lot of damage potential. I think they have a grenade they can throw. Yeah, they have that little gun. As you can see, it barely goes anywhere. Now, they do have the shield bash, which does knock you back, but even that didn't do a whole lot of damage. The main threat of the shield bash is just the fact that it stuns you. And then once they're knocked out, you can just shoot them like that.
Great job, Descendant.
Okay then. Wow, that was a lot of stuff they all dropped. Okay. Lots of modules and things. And apparently there are more enemies outside. The mission is complete, but of course, you know, doesn't stop more enemies from coming. I got a moon fragment. Excuse me? What kind of gun is a moon fragment? You there. Moon fragment. Okay, they really like their wolves. We got ominous hounds. We got nightmare hounds. I guarantee you the designers are definitely canine lovers. Okay. Moon fragment. A beam rifle. A fire rate of 600. And rounds per magazine of 27. I see. Interesting. I've never tried a beam rifle. We could give that a shot. So, yeah, I think another albinism dropped. Actually, no, we started with 2 of these things in our inventory. That's just another nightmare hound. But we got a level 5 nightmare hound, so let's go ahead and get that upgrade in real quick. So, do I want to try this weird moon fragment thing? We also have a burning hound. Okay. Rounds per magazine of 12, but some very high damage. You're a hand cannon. Okay. I've never seen anyone use either of these types of weapons. Let's try a hand cannon for a little while. They use the green impact rounds. But maybe it'll be good. Oh, it is definitely... It's just a pistol, really. Why not just call it a pistol? Ooh. Ooh, you do not have a lot of ammo. Ooh, not at all. Although, man, you can go fast with this thing. Oh my... Oh, I'm just gliding. Yeah, I switched back to the normal weapon. Yeah, not quite as fast. But yeah, you can just glide with this hand cannon, can't you? But the thing is it actually going to be any effective? Is it going to be any fun to use? For some reason, I have my suspicions.
The Vulcans have established a field power plant in the area. Seems to be linked to the Magister lab. It must be destroyed.
Wait, hold up. Do not shoot at or blow up that power plant unless you want it to explode. You need to detonate the circuits using a high voltage fuse. The construction corps captain will show you how to handle this, so listen carefully.
Alright then, so this will be a type of mission where we'll need to go out, kill a few specific enemies, and grab the power fuses that some of them carry, put those on the generators and blow them up, because apparently just shooting them would just be way too easy. Okay. Ooh. I thought you would have a better zoom. Okay. I can still hit, right? Okay. The damage didn't feel very respectable, though. Okay. Oh, you just have a bad damage drop-off is your thing. Okay, so yeah, if I actually get up in their faces and headshot them, then that sort of works. Okay, you guys are hitting some decent damage, and I'm fanny shagging around with a weapon I don't know much about. Okay. Your zoom is terrible, though. But boy, if you can actually get up to them, they just disappear, don't they? I mean, yeah. And it uses impact rounds, so it's not easy to get ammo, but it's doable. Oh, hi. See, that just one-shotted the Solus there. That one literally exploded.
Once you get your
Okay, I feel like the oxygen just ate my bullets. Okay then. So over there will be the enemy who has the fuse. That is not horribly easy to hit with this thing, because it has small bullets. And the targeting reticle is kind of terrible. But I mean, man, that was so close to one-shotting him. Oop, a purple thing. Weak point quick fire. Ooh, I know I like that module. Okay. How many shots? 1, 2, 3. I mean, it 3-shotted a sort of elite type enemy. I didn't even get to discuss what he does. So these are the things we'll need to be picking up. Now, when you're holding these, you can't shoot. As soon as you aim, you drop it. And as soon as you melee attack, you drop it. So do keep that in mind, and they take a few to pick up. Now, you can still, oddly enough, use your grappling hook with them. So do bear that in mind. Okay, so like here, we're actually going to need to just drop that for just a minute. It looks so weird walking around with a one-handed gun. No, that definitely looks weird, right? It's not just me. Okay. Yeah, you're using a shotgun. Haha. Been there, buddy. It's not fun. Alright, then. Burning singularity. Ooh, burning... No, we need a burning mechanics reactor. That's the ones we really need. Alright, attach bomb. That's more enemies. So yeah, you go down to like 300 when there's distance.
Keep up the good work.
Okay, then.
The Albion generators will fail if you attach high voltage fuses to parallel circuits. The ones used by the Vulgus are no different.
Oh my god, I swear the bullets are just curving around the enemies. You didn't get invited. Hit. Thank you. I mean, it's a close-range powerhouse. It's like how I wish the shotgun was. Because unlike the shotgun, this thing has findable ammo. The shotgun just doesn't. Okay, I need to maybe get some slight distance. I got some Burning Hound proficiency, which is nice. Ooh, okay, so all the enemies are heading in this direction. They are not fanny-assing around with this one bit. Alright, let's move over here. But see, then that sucks, because now I have some distance. Yeah, now we're only hitting 400. You get things like 600s at close range. So that's a very interesting dichotomy then. Alright. So that is another fuse. Can I just chuck that? I got rid of one of them. No, you're supposed to stay there and die with your buddy. Oh my god. It is definitely hard to aim with, though. Whole hand cannon thing. I mean, it's just a pistol. Call it what it is. It's a pistol. Why do you gotta make it sound so complicated? Okay. Gonna have to leave that thing there again. God, I'm trying to snipe with a pistol. What am I doing? This isn't Halo. This ain't a Magnum. Okay. Pick it up, and let's bring it to the other generator. There we go. More ammo. Let's grapple off this thing. That gets us a lot closer. Can I grapple off that box? I can. Well, that was nice and efficient, wasn't it? All stylish and stuff. Okay, so there's one left. Hello, everybody. Yeah, the soulless do not have the attack speed. I feel like a lot of the enemies weren't designed that smartly, because also their AI derps out big time sometimes. Like, see, these mass soldiers, they're gonna come in one at a time. Realistically, they should do what the others did and just stay with their friend. And as you can see, I blew myself up with the gas tank thing. And as you saw, the enemies did pretty okay. A lot of them had some health left. I lost all my shields from it. Yeah, that is just very unfortunate to be you guys, isn't it? You were not in position to be ready for this. They just explode. Yeah, you hit them in the head with a hand cannon, they go boom. Okay. So that is a follower Panzer. So they are a very long-ranged... Long-range, I meant to say short-range type enemy. Where they fire these fire damage bullets, I think, in a little burst area. And they usually will only be able to hit you with one of them. But they can be very high damage if you're too close and you take the full brunt. I think. Come on, shoot me. I need for science. Okay, maybe they don't actually hit you as hard as I thought. Considering my shield's literally regenerated before he got another chance to fire. Okay. Maybe follower panzers actually aren't that threatening. I promise it does get harder. Eventually, I will have more risks to my life than just my own stupidity.
Final generator. Ha! I bet they weren't expecting us to use the fuses like that.
Descendant, Alpha reinforcements have arrived.
Yeah.
Okay if I don't remind you what to do again, yeah?
Alright. Yep. Aha! I got a sickness. Yeah, I'm unstoppable now. But I'll have to equip it later, because, yeah, a couple enemies are here. Can I use the... Where'd the generator go? Okay, I'll just fight them out here then. I was hoping to use the generator as cover, but I see that's not quite on the menu so easily. I am up another level, though. Very happy with that. There we go. Hey, you. Yeah, the whole hand cannon thing, not good for spread out enemies like that. Good God, okay. Ooh, master rank available. I'll be happy to talk about that next episode. Because that is actually very good. Alright then. So there's going to be another elite enemy who will show up once we're in here and fighting. Okay then. Where are you? Where did bad guy go? Oh, there you are. An elite storm warrior. Okay. So these guys have two different weapons that they have at their disposal. They have their primary attack machine gun, which is a more of a close-ranged thing. In fact, they do have a stop. They tend to leave their machine gun for close range, but they also have this artillery attack that they can do. And they can do that from behind walls at any distance. Really, we're going to bring more ads into the fight. Seriously, what did I do to earn that? So they are sort of the Volga Storm Warriors are... They're sort of a support enemy, you know? They're not actually meant to kill you themselves. They can do that if they stick their machine gun right behind you. But generally their main threat is just the fact that they call in the artillery. And they can very much just sit at the back of the map and do that all day. Just as much as they like. So that is why you usually want to prioritize them. Even if they're not super close, they can cause trouble.
Thank you, Captain Harris. Now on, any Vulgus field generators we find will be handled using this method.
Descendant, Alpha has authorized access to the Ancestors facility.
If you can call that authorization.
It's not your concern. We've exchanged some harsh words, but I will handle it. I decided to go ahead. I had no choice. I respect Alpha's prudence, but I do not want to waste what might be our only opportunity to work with the Guide. If our results at the Ancestors facility are positive, Alpha will change his mind. Which is why I leave it in your capable hands, Descendant.
Capable. I literally just got here. I haven't been playing the game that long. Alright then. So that is this area complete. The next mission around here is definitely going to be very difficult. It will kind of be its own different instance. So that's going to be another video. But I hope you have enjoyed this one. And if you want to see more videos on the First Descendant, then remember to like and absolutely, especially, undisputedly, necessarily subscribe. So then, with all that said, I will see you next episode. So what do I think of the hand cannon? Got a lot of new weapons. I mean, it was fun, but it's one of those, The bullets are so tiny, so you need to get it right on the enemies. The fire rate is... I mean, I really don't mind the fire rate. And the damage is really good, but... it's just a little awkward to use, because they like to throw lots of large groups of enemies at you that don't have a lot of health. So I feel like a lot of the potential of this thing is a little wasted, if that makes any sense. Well, anyway, I will see you next episode.